Hello, everyone. 안녕하세요 to the podcast called Knowledge Empowers. As every week, today here with you is me, aka Kit. 안녕하세요. Then we have Baruch.
Hello.
And we have Maciej, aka Kolach.
Dobre ráno.
And today's topic will be time management. And each of us has like a different setup of our own time management. And this time I'm not gonna start. So let's start with Kolach. How does your time management looks like? Why me? Why me?
Why always
Yes, you.
me? Let's start always with Baruch or something.
How
So
does
what-
your time management look like? And how is it possible that you are capable to do so many things that you do? Like you go hiking with your girlfriend, you study psychology, you are in Otvorená hra, you do the podcast with us, you do the work, you do the hackathons at work. How is that possible?
Like how it's not possible. I mean, you know your priorities, you know your deadlines, you know what you need to do. So for me, the basics are that don't overburden yourself in
Mhm.
terms that you don't overpromise that it's gonna be delivered today and you just put too much on your shoulders. So always have it well distributed, I would say. The other thing is that I don't count with myself on 100%. I don't think that if I work 8 hours, I'm gonna deliver 8 hours. No, usually I take about 6 to 7 hours of work and then actually fill the remaining time either with some ad hoc work or preparing for the next days or whatever it comes. And the last thing for me, or the like third rule for me, is to prepare ahead, because there are, from the project management, there is this scope creep that you can be preparing anything, whether it's a project or something, but there can be something which you can't prepare for. So that's the creepy issue there, which can take more time than you think that it will. So starting ahead of time, preparing ahead of time, and have it everything rather prepared later on and just execute it later on. It's how I like to do my things. It's not that I would go and do it in the last moment of inspiration, as some people say, uh, or moment of panic for me. But those, I would rather, if I'm delivering something in a month, I will start working on it today, not in a month. Baruch,
Mhm.
I know that you've been a project manager as well, and a web developer lead or some other things. So what have you learned?
I have a story. I have a story, and it involves my manager at the time, and he taught me a lot. Thank you, Frank. And he actually told me, like, you said priorities, Collage, and but I think the trick is recognizing your priorities.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that sometimes people work on stuff they think it's important, but it's not. In reality, it's not important. They just feel like in their heart, or they perceive it as important from their point of view, but from others' point of view, it is not. And the story in my case is that I was working on a presentation, and I was trying to, like, I was putting so much effort into, like, many things, like how does it look, and that there are many topics covered, and blah 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 blah. And then when I had the review, when my boss reviewed it, he said, like, well, do you know your audience? I'm like, yeah, it's this manager that's going to know what's going on, and other stuff. So what do you need to present there? Like, do you really need all these slides? I don't know. So, well, then you should know that. You should know if you need all this. Maybe he will be just burdened by all this noise that he doesn't need to know. And I was working on this presentation for like 3 months, and the result was actually 4 slides, including thank you and welcome slide. So this shows like at the beginning they were like, I don't know, like 30 slides. And the very first thing I've heard from my boss is like, that's too many. It covers a lot of things and most of them are not needed.
And then
in the
it's me
presentation.
doing a presentation with 180 slides. So I am the opposite.
Like, yes, sometimes it's good to have more slides and sometimes it's like you need just few. But this relates to, I think, Pareto rule. I think that's the name. That actually you can achieve 80% of the result by 20% of the effort. And yes, you can, but you need to know what that 20% of effort should be, right? So make sure you know what you need to do. It's not necessarily, might not necessarily be the thing that you think is the thing you need to do.
But I'd say, like Kolaj said, he has 100 whatever number of slides. It depends on what you are using. If it's an education material, yes. If it's an information you're supposed to give to your audience, less is better. And I also had a sales guy who was teaching my girls in my team. I don't want slides that are 10, 20. I want you to tell me most important things in maximum of 3 slides.
Mm-hmm.
And girls were like, what? No, just because you need to really understand the audience. If they are super busy and you would start overwhelming them with tons of information, they don't know what is then priority for them to take it from there. And so that's the way he taught the girls, like, give me most essential information, 3 slides, then I know what I need to do, how I need to do it, what I need to deliver, so I can focus on my work.
That's actually a nice thing what you just said, that focus on my work. So that's one of the things I feel that helps a lot with the time management, and that's that when you do the work, you do the work. When you do any activity, you do the activity. It's not that, hey, I need to write an article and I'm now doing videos and now I'm replying emails and now I'm replying managers and now I'm replying professionals or some other employees. Now I do that. Oh, and I should be writing the article, so I get back to the article. No, don't get confused or don't be distracted by all this messy stuff around. Our brain is able to focus on a work for or focus on an interaction for about 40 seconds, and then we need to force ourselves. So be aware of your focus and try to be mindful about what you are doing, because then you reach the flow and you really can get a lot of stuff done in a really short amount of time if you really, really focus.
And I'm gonna add my 2 cents, because many people, I keep receiving a question: how come I'm able to do so many things? Exercise, doing my drawings, doing podcast, doing my work, blah, 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 right? So very important things. Many of us have like calendar, like you have work calendar, then maybe you have your private calendar where you put stuff so family knows what needs to be done. Merge them together. Like ever since we work in home office, forget 9 to 5. Literally establish your day the way you want to have it, the way it would suit you. Not necessarily means you now need to spend those 8 hours from 9 to 5 just working, and distribute that time. So for example, in my case, it's like 7 a.m. I have exercise with a trainer till 8 a.m. Then I take shower, then I have breakfast, then I schedule first emails, go and review my emails. Then I see, okay, now I don't have any call for an hour, but hour for me is not enough if I want to focus on the work where I need to do my administration. So I take my puppy and we go with my husband for 1 hour walk. So we spend some time outside. Then we get back. Then I continue the work. Then in the evening, when I know there is no one that would disturb me either to pinging me through chat services. That's when I focus myself. And because I'm not an early bird, I am more of an owl. So that's when I can really focus the best. I put a good music in my ears, and that's when I start doing all the administration I need to do. And I literally redefine the whole day. And a second very important thing is you need to be strict in your planning. If you put there 1 hour walk, do not let anyone to take that 1 hour away from you. That's your plan of the day. And if someone tells you, I need to have a call with you, tell them, go check my calendar availability and book where I'm available. Don't go like, oh, you know what, this is where I'm available. And suddenly you don't go for the walk. Because if you don't take care of your own health, then you will not be able to perform your job. Because health will come later, that you will start suffering, maybe burnout, maybe you'll get sick, maybe whatever. Therefore, be strict in your calendar. That's the only way I was able to succeed doing so many things, because I'm very, very strict in my calendar. Yes, I can make judgments here and there or those small changes. I also keep some empty spaces in the calendar in case of ad hoc stuff that appear, of course. But if I do plan, this is where I exercise. I don't let anyone to take that away. But why? Because exercise for me helps me keep my body flexible, helps me mentally, helps me with focus, get, all the bad stuff, adrenaline out of my body. And again, it motivates me, fills me with energy, fills me with endorphin, so I can be smiling all day, blah, blah. You need to be strict.
I think many people, they feel like, oh, but I need to do this and I'm the only one who can do this, and I just must do it even though I'm working overtime already half a year in a row. And I think sometimes we overestimate our value in work. Like, there are many times that you don't really need to do it, and people, the business will go on without you, or somebody else can help you to do it. You just need to give that option a chance, right? So
yeah, I feel that now there is this space. Thank you, all the doctors who are in the hospitals right now, pushing yourself too much, and we know what the period is. The same goes for all the other personnel, which is helping us to overcome it. Thank you to all those shop assistants who are still there, because we are talking about administrative jobs and making our time period flexible, but we know that it's not that really possible for you. So, and that's why I'm really grateful for you for being there, because you are helping millions of people. So
thank you.
thank you.
Thank you. And I'll add one more thing, which I've been taught by our friend Joseph. When I used to be big workaholic, and he told me, Kat, you are stupid. And he literally said, he used the word stupid. And I felt, who are you telling me I'm stupid? I can't let it fail. Like that it would mean I'm not good performer. And he said, no, let the work fail. You need to show, because this way all your management will they don't see you suffering. They don't see that you work 12, 14, whatever hours. All they see are the outcomes. Work is done, perfect, excellent outcomes. That's all I need to take care of. You need to let them know that you work too much, and also that way you are taking over an opportunity for another person to be hired, right? And it took me really long time to grasp it, what he's trying to tell me. And then one day I did let it fail. I was not working more than 8 hours, and it did fail, and we didn't get the deadlines, and etc. And we ended up that instead of just me, I ended up with another 2 people helping me with the work. So we grow as a team. We got another 2 developers to help up with the work, because we had enough budget and everything. So talk to your management if it's too much. And it doesn't mean that you are failing. It just suddenly means that the work grew and it gives another opportunity for another person to join the team. So you are not alone. And exactly, if you end up in a hospital or you end up in vacation, guess what? Work is still there. It waits. You know?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly. So, and you only have one life. So priority, proper time management, and hope those suggestions from us or those hints and tips helped you. Have a lovely day. Annyeong.
Bye-bye.
Ciao.
Just so you know, this podcast represents our own opinions, experience, and our own ideas. We do not represent any official statement from our employers, and this is not their official channel representing the company.